Hey everybody, welcome to the Sky Lounge here to review some Seattle Seahawks action as we lose 27-13 against the Arizona Cardinals. The classic December trap game against the Arizona Cardinals where all their players are dying. I mean, coming into this game, we had Clowney out, Shaquille Griffin out, Quandre Diggs out, and Dwayne Brown also out. And strangely enough, Dwayne Brown is actually going to be going through surgery, so he won't be available for week number 17. And despite all of the pessimism coming into this game, I felt a little optimistic. I thought, okay, it's the fucking Cardinals. We should be okay. It's Kyler Murray, the young buck. We should be okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I ate a whole serving of humble pie throughout the entirety of this game. And despite the fact that the Russell Wilson show began early, first drive for the Seattle Seahawks, it's a touchdown for Nick Bellore. Second touch of the season for our fullback, and it's a touchdown. And you're up 7-0, feeling good about yourself. Then a couple seconds later, Kenyon Drake, the newly acquired running back of the Arizona Cardinals, well, new because we didn't meet him the last time, was phenomenal. He ripped the Seattle defense for an 80-yard rushing touchdown. I laugh because I just recall KJ Wright and Leno Hill just looking so lost, just letting Kenyon Drake run on through to the other side. And you begin to wonder, like, what the fuck kind of poison chalice is the Miami Dolphins? Like, Kenyon Drake was rotting away over there in goddamn Miami. And here he is with the Desert Birds kicking ass. And so for the Seahawks, it becomes this frustrating thing where, okay, your defense kind of blew it, but you have an opportunity to get something out of this. And no, on a 52-yard field goal attempt, Seattle takes a delay of game penalty, which sets up for a punt, and you get no points on the board, no potential points on the board. And I know people have been pretty, up and down with Jason Myers, but guys, this guy is significantly better than the last two kickers we had in Blair Walsh, Jesus, and Sebastian Janikowski. So for me, I'd rather take Myers, right? We haven't had the fucking consistency since Hauschka, so here we are, here with Myers. But Pete decides, no, we're just going to take the delay of game and punt the goddamn ball away. And once you do, it just feels as though it's a sloppy back and forth between the two teams. But there are more glaring problems with the Seattle Seahawks than you see with the Arizona Cardinals. To me, the Cardinals on the defensive side were causing Russell Wilson all sorts of problems. I mean, first of all, the O-line's already banged up, and then you have Mike Iupati basically out for a good chunk of that game because of a re-aggravated neck injury. Like, the story of this entire game became injuries for the Seattle Seahawks that will eventually pile up to become a hospital ward, and the Arizona Cardinals just playing out of their goddamn minds. I mean, you got plays where Kyler Murray looks absolutely fantastic, and our defense being susceptible to these great trick plays set up by Arizona. And it's Larry Fitzgerald on a 21-yard trick play set up by Kyler Murray that puts the fucking Cardinals up 14-7 at the start of at the damn near end of the second quarter. And I'm feeling an eerie sensation at the back of my brain while I'm watching this game thinking, holy fuck, we might actually lose. we might actually fucking lose this classic trap game in December against the goddamn Cardinals. And it wasn't without its typical fucking narrative of losing key players. CJ Prosise and Chris Carson are both injured in the first half. And later, it was flat out announced to everybody, CC had a hip injury, and CJ Prosise fucked up his shoulder. They're both out for the season. Like, our defense couldn't do shit. Our offense couldn't get rolling. Travis Homer is our only fucking running back. And he seems like a good kid, but he's not the only answer. Oh, God. And we just look suffocated. And on a very dangerous point of contention where it looked like Larry Fitzgerald got another touchdown, it was ruled as an incomplete pass, 4th and goal. Gonzalez instead kicks the field goal to put the Cardinals up 17-7. You basically had no O-line, 2 dead running backs, and a skeleton defense, hoping the Seattle Seahawks could do something. But honestly, once the word came out that Chris Carson was out for the rest of the season, I just kind of lost it. Not in a very emotional, angry way, but in a very defeated, deflated way. Feeling, wow, we just lost CC again to a major injury, and you start the second half with that kind of bad, heavy news on you. And then David Moore decides to fumble the goddamn ball. Because in my eyes, David Moore could have just gone down. And it would have been a great first down. Ball would have been moving and shit would have been rolling. You know, maybe we get a field goal or a touchdown in there. Dynamic of the game becomes completely different. But Arizona, getting the ball back, marches down the field. 46-yard field goal attempt is good by Gonzalez. Very early in that second half, really started the second half in the third quarter, to put the Cardinals up 20-7. And while all that's happening, you see Kyler Murray on the sidelines looking frustrated and irritated, and you realize that he's injured. Thought it was an ankle from the reports that I was reading during the game, but hopefully the young man's all right. But they brought in Brett Hundley, former Seahawks, and again, this is where I set myself up for failure in terms of the humble pie eating factory, and I scoffed. I was like, yeah, Brett Hundley, we're going to be fine. Seahawks are going to be fine. There's a former Seahawks. No one gives a fuck about Brett Hundley. Yeah, I was wrong. Brett Hundley did a pretty damn good job just managing the game well, and for the Seattle Seahawks, when you have an opportunity in the form of a blocked field goal that also gets a 41-plus yard return, due to Marquise Blair just doing the work on the special teams unit, and you only come out with the field goal, that's pathetic. The rest of the fourth quarter was such. Jason Myers getting the field goal. Jason Myers getting the field goal again to put the Seattle Seahawks down in 20-13 only. And you felt maybe it was Russell time, but no. That Arizona defense made sure there was no Russell time. And Kenyon Drake really just cemented himself as a just dominant fucking running back in this game. Just fourth quarter, clutch touchdown, 4 minutes left in the game. And putting the Cardinals up 27-13, you knew there was nothing else. I mean, the pass attempts, from Russell Wilson to Tyler Lockett, too little, too late. DK Metcalf barely had any fucking touches. I mean, a damn near non-factor in this game. And it was just disappointing to start this game off so optimistically with the Nick Bellore touchdown and to end with just 2 sensational touchdowns from Kenyon Drake. I mean, he basically started the end of this game by himself, and it's a bummer. It's an absolute bummer for the Seattle Seahawks. And, the credit really does have to go to the Arizona Cardinals defense. They kept Russell Wilson up all night. I mean, giving him 5 sacks on the night. And you also have to give the credit to the 2 quarterbacks. Starting quarterback Kyler Murray, 11 throws on 18 attempts, 118 yards. He also rushed for about 40 yards on 6 attempts. 1 touchdown on the passing to Larry Fitzgerald, a 98.8 QBR rating. Pretty decent night from him. Other than the injury, great night for Kyler Murray, and moving forward looks like a pretty good deal of a talent. And so best of luck to the young man. Hopefully nothing too serious with the injury there. And Brett Hundley, former Seahawks. Brett Hundley, 4 passes out of 9 attempts, 49 yards, 35 yards rushing too on 6 attempts, 61.8 QBR. The numbers may not, sound great, but he got his team through the end. And honestly, Kenyon Drake with 166 yards on 24 attempts, 2 touchdowns, also has a huge cherry on top of the Arizona Cardinals, ruining Seattle Seahawks on any goddamn December, any goddamn year. And it's also a point of emphasis that Russell Wilson got sacked 5 fucking times this game. He was running for his goddamn life. There was no protection. His blind side was damn near just non-existent, because if you don't have Dwayne Brown, you're basically fucked. Russell Wilson, 16 passes on 31 attempts, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 980.6 QBR. Yeah, he looked just off in terms of getting his groove on, because the O-line was an absolute shambles. There was no running game involved at all. And you have to look at the Seahawks and be a little bit pessimistic. Moving into Week 17, the game that they flexed into Sunday Night Football, we are going to be taking on the San Francisco 49ers in Seattle, and that is a potential battle for the NFC West title. And the winner comes out the NFC West champions, a potential second seed overall in the NFC. But this is going to be a really hard task, Seattle Seahawks fans. I am very nervous about the San Francisco game. Not going to lie to you. And I'm really hoping that Seattle Seahawks pull something out of their ass, because, oh my God, we need a bye week. We absolutely need a bye week because of this injury-ridden squad right now. And shout out to Chris Carson, because this dude ran for over 1,000 yards. First Seahawk to do that since Beast Mode. Beast Mode's been missed in these parts for a long time. But Chris Carson bringing that energy back for a second season. We appreciate you. We love you. And hopefully you come back stronger next season. I'm just bummed out Chris Carson's out. I really am. And I hope nothing but the best for the young man. And hopefully for the Seattle Seahawks, we can get our act together. And Sunday Night Football next week at Seattle, we can grab a win. So go Hawks. I know it's depressing. I'm going to turn off all sports ball shit for the rest of the week, because I don't want to deal with goddamn Seahawks talk right now. I can't deal with it. So I'm going to leave in misery, boys and girls. So boys and girls, follow me at the Sky Lounge and all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents. Now fuck off.